there, MegaMogwai here, and I got another Legends of Runeterra video for you guys today. And today we got a second upload in a row. Oh my god, I know. A few of you are not really believing me when I say that I am back with daily uploads, but I'm just gonna let you know that yes, that is indeed the plan, and I will be sticking to it as I have another video ready for you guys tomorrow. Well, not ready, but planned, because I'm going to be doing a 12-year-old reaction, Andy. Keep hitting my mic. To the incoming champion reveal that we'll have tomorrow. I believe it's going to be a Shurima champion because as of now, we've had a couple of days of card reveals, and the vast majority of them have been Shurima cards. I believe we've seen one Piltover's on the card and one Bilgewater card. So I would assume it's going to be a Shurima card. And I also, after reading, I read all of your comments yesterday, by the way, but a few of the comments I wanted to say were correcting me regarding, because I expected Xerath to be the Shurima champion, right? But a lot of you are telling me that it's going to be Rek'Sai instead. Hopefully I did not butcher that, because I don't even know if I remember the spelling of that name correctly. So, because I already have like a hard time, you know, spelling the names of cards that I know, or pronouncing rather, the names of cards that I know how to spell. So if I don't even remember the spelling properly, like I feel like my chances of not have butchered that are pretty much null. But if I did get it right, you know, get some claps going in the comment section down below or something, like something to cheer me up. Please, I need it. Regardless, yeah, we're back at it. Thank you guys so much for the support in yesterday's video. I read, like I said, every single comment, and it was amazing, super motivating. The video did much better than I expected considering my break, and I just really, really appreciate you guys. And I wanted to, you know, use this intro a little bit to get sappy in that sense, I guess, and let you guys know that I don't take you for granted, basically. I never did. And it means the world to me that you're still watching my videos and stuff. And hopefully you're enjoying what I have to bring as we're getting ready for the new expansion. And we're going to have a lot of stuff to do. So in the meanwhile, we're adding in like an anime, some filler episodes, right? And today we're going to feature, English, Milady, aka Frozen Thralls 2.0. Because I already showcased this deck in the past, but I've only done it once. And I think that's kind of sad, because this is my favorite archetype from the Shurima expansion up until now. I love Frozen Thralls. I love the countdown mechanic with the Frozen Thralls converting into Frostguard Thralls, and I just love playing this deck. This is pretty much a very similar version of the deck that I showcased before, but I made some changes. As you guys can see, we're playing a couple of copies of Soothsayer. I believe this was a one-off before, I'm not entirely sure. The reason why I like playing Soothsayer is because we can protect our Frozen Thralls from Homecoming from Azir Aurelia, for example, or even from Scorched Earth from Ezreal Draven. Anything that tries to disrupt our landmarks, there's not that many interaction with them, but the little that there is, we can shut it down, and we can also use the Soothsayer to protect our Lissandra from removal, as she can also represent a win condition, as she's relatively easy to level up in this deck, and we do get our synergies rolling. This is a nice way to play Lissandra, though, because we're actually playing Lissandra for all she has to offer. The Frozen Thrall generation, the Nexus Tough, you know, the Ice Shards, and of course the Watcher as a late game win condition as well, in case things drag out more so than not. So I feel like this is how Lissandra was intended to be played, and I'm really, really happy with she's my favorite champion from Freljord, in case you were wondering. I really dislike how TLC is the way people play her, and hopefully that gets nerfed soon, as this can shine a little bit more. But the cool thing is that this deck actually matches up well against Trundle Lissandra control, because we have some really nutty crazy tempo burst in our open attacks if we set things up correctly, thanks to Promising Future being applied onto our Frozen Thralls, as we can generate the countdown, or trigger the countdown effect twice, and generate 2 copies of Frostguard Thrall, immediately leveling up Lissandra, and also, you know, just generating an insane amount of stats and threatening the opponent with a shitload of damage. We have a one-off of Preservationist, Talia, and Clockhand. In the video, I actually recorded with 2 copies of Clockhand and no Talia. I'm not really completely certain as to whether Talia is good or not in this deck, but I am pretty certain that this card is good as, if it's good as a one-off. I would never recommend you playing more than 1 copy of Talia, because I believe Talia is very clunky in this deck. You don't benefit from her signature spell, first of all, and second of all, a lot of times you have issues with space, and playing Talia on one of your frozen thralls can be neat, but sometimes you want to go for the nutty value with promising future, but you have to have maximum 2 units and or landmarks on the board for this to not get disrupted by your board space. So overall, Talia can be clunky, and I definitely do not recommend more than 1 copy, and I do like the Preservationist as a way to help us, accelerate the thralls in case we haven't drawn into other, of our countdown resources. As when it comes to the mulligan, you want a mulligan for frozen thralls. It's that simple. If you don't have a frozen thrall in your hand or Lissandra, the majority of the time, hard mulligan, because it is really important for you to find the frozen thrall or Lissandra. You don't need a frozen thrall like turn 1 or 2. Like, that's not a necessity, but having it by turn 3 is pretty important. So you need to do your very best to ensure that happens. We have some health gains, some AoE effects, some flash freezes, especially for big boy elusives or big Demacia units with striking spells from Demacia mid-range decks, and of course for Nasus atrocity combos for Thresh Nasus, as these freezes alongside our AoE gives us a pretty solid matchup against that deck if we play the matchup correctly, because it is not an easy matchup to play at the same time. You got to keep that in mind. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the deck list right there. Very, very fun. Hopefully you guys enjoy the matches that I got for you today. I got some very diverse matchups. Regarding this deck right now in the meta, it struggles with Azir Irelia. Keep that in mind. It's a bad matchup, so if you're running into this deck a lot, then I don't really recommend this deck if your objective is purely to climb ranked. But I do believe that after the nerfs that we'll be seeing in the next patch, I don't want to jinx it, man, but hopefully. I'm totally jinxing it, man. Hopefully, after the nerfs that we will see in the next balance patch, this deck will be doing much better, even though I will be messing around with new stuff at that point. But eventually, I'll get back to this, and maybe we get some new toys for this archetype with this patch of the expansion. That would be pretty sick, because I love me some thralls. And yeah, I think today's gameplay is pretty sick. So I hope you guys enjoy. Have a whole day. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content and the rap outros. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, here we go. And we're facing Pool Party Zoe. So I assume Shyvana, but without Irelia and Soul, which is interesting. Well, when it comes to this hand, I kind of want to do a full mulligan, because I want to find some frozen thralls. I don't really have anything to go off here. And it's not like my curve is so high that I can get as punished for going for mulligans like that. Got Chow. Poor boy Chow. And there's the frozen thrall. I mean, better late than never.
We wear red
to one of the fallen.
Ready weapon.
Secrets hidden by frost.
I'm gonna play Lissandra on curve to have another frozen thrall here, as we have these promising futures.
The fight just isn't the same without you, Anna.
I am always here when you need me. We share the water's fortunes. Break them!
Prepare for battle!
Right. Taking a big hit here, but I think that's fine.
Cerilda!
I'm gonna go for the promising future. Just thinking here, so this triggers twice. I get 2 8/8s next turn, and then I can play the Blighted Ravine. I should go for the Preservarium, right? I am worried about like a random rally effect here.
The strength of the sun and my faith are one.
Like a relentless pursuit. Like that would kill me, but I don't. I mean, they could have it, but I'm not gonna play around it. Okay.
From the skies.
Oasis.
All right. I could just play another Blighted. Clears both of these.
What will you have?
It's gonna attack me anyway, so I may as well get some damage on him. Wow, okay.
Another day guarding the walls.
Wash away all the troubles you.
I'm gonna play the Soothsayer as a blocker here to prevent, because he's trying to get a sneaky lethal on us. So I need the extra blocker before I go for the promising future. Okay, good.
You are not welcome.
None escape.
Washed away.
I'm gonna skip there. Got him! Got him! Woo! That was a tight one, man. Oh! That was a really, really tight one. This is an interesting matchup. Like, I don't really know how this one will turn out. We do keep the Lissandra. We want to keep the Flash Freeze because it is a combat-based deck. So this card is always going to be useful. I want to keep the Promising Future too. I don't mind the Ice Shard. I'm going to keep this entire hand, am I? I am. It could be better, but it could be worse. And I think this Ice Shard is going to be pretty important to pop barriers. Also that. Alright.
Strength and grace, beauty in the play.
I will bury the world in ice.
Hardly fair.
Could see a Sharp Sight. But that's a good case for a Flash Freeze if you ask me.
The fate of mortals and spirits falls to me. So I go.
ally shard.
Waters, protect our prosperity.
I sense an impact.
No quarter!
I want to prevent the level up.
Feel the power of true ice.
He could have a rally effect here, which would be problematic. An Aegis barrier is definitely threatening.
In dreams, she beckons.
Aegis barrier is my biggest concern here. But at the same time,
These woods protect their own.
it's not like
Our lands need us.
got the single comment, but do we have to trade Jarvan for it? This Clockwork Curator is a okay. I like that flash freeze.
Stay back.
Deny.
It must be done. The balance has been maintained.
Nature blesses her followers.
Kill. Fight. You will serve. Kill. Submit to the cold.
My father's blade.
Nature blesses her followers.
I want to go with this. Really focused on not screwing up here. Okay, so he goes for the Notify.
Soldiers of Demacia! Stand with me!
I want to keep this flash freeze for a more reactive purpose.
Ours is but to do and die.
I will remind the world.
True power.
All things will come.
Break their spirits and their swords.
Succumb.
This will not take long. For the king!
The dawn flows again.
Feel the power of true ice! It is time for you to prove yourself, my warrior.
I dare not serve any other, my lady.
Alright. Ooh, I love that top deck. I love that top deck.
Enemies will know fear, Father.
Teach them respect, and perhaps peace will follow.
Okay, Daddy Jarvan's coming.
Protect the faithful.
Bring them here.
Ours is but to do and die. To the flag! Forward! Stand before me. Ours is but to do and die.
The ice is melting.
I'm gonna go for that and the ice shard. I want to preserve the Inquisitor instead of Lissandra at this point because I want this Frozen Thrall to go off so I can threaten lethal. I also have this Watcher, which in a couple of turns will be enabled as well. So keeping this Inquisitor alive is extremely important. Though I have a lot of good top decks as well that can allow me to bypass this if that were not the case. But I can survive this Cataclysm. And I can go for the kill. Booyah! Ha ha ha! Nice! Oh, that was a fun match. Guess we won. Man. All Demacia today. All Demacia. We got the Frozen Thrall. That's phenomenal. And the Promising Future. I like the Three Sisters as well. Imagine Possibilities is I like the Three Sisters because the Flash Freeze can be really impactful, right? This may be too low impact, but at the same time, I'm gonna keep it. Because it is part of what we want to do, right? Just count down our stuff. Drawing Inquisitor is nice. No turn 1 Zoe is also fantastic. Oh. Okay, I'm happy I kept this. Alright, double thrall. Double trouble. Ooh. I'm not sure which one I want to okay, so we have to think about how we're going to play these next few turns. On turn 5, we'd ideally like to play the Draklorn Inquisitor. Though maybe we'll wait to turn 6 because of the Three Sisters. I think this turn I just want to focus on... but what if he has a Solari Priestess? Okay, no Solari Priestess. I'm gonna go for a Promising Future. Because Solari Priestess can pick up a Fallen Comet, and that could be a good counter to this.
I am more than this.
I'm gonna set the blocker here. Do I go greedy or... Because I would like to play you next turn, but if he has a single combat, that means I don't want to block into you, actually. But a Concerted Strike... Well, he would need another unit for that. I'm gonna pass.
They are nothing.
Warm hearts and hot soup.
Freljord's true leader.
English. He needs something like a sharp-sided Doseo combat or a 2-drop at the considered strike to deal with this, because I didn't choose to block into Shyvana. And I have the ability to go for the imagined possibilities. I don't want to go for this until I know exactly what I want to target, because if this goes down, then I have the back plan of Curator into imagined possibilities to trigger this. But ideally, I get to trigger a shitload of thralls next turn. Yeah, that's what I thought. That plus a concerted strike.
Now I take to the sky.
So it's a 6/7. Okay, we got another one of these.
I've carved meat bigger than you. Shining gifts from the sky. Away. Focus on me. Light.
There's Lissandra. We got the overwhelm bug. I think that shifted the the board a little bit. So I'm thinking here, right? I want to play it safe. So right now I don't need to do anything else. Like I can just pass and pass and pass.
Unleash draconic rage.
We could have a hush. Give me the 6, 10, yeah. So now we do this.
All will fear and love our dark lady.
Fear. Love.
I could just entomb. No, but flash freeze is safe. We flash freeze. I couldn't entomb anyways. I'm talking about. I don't have the mana. I flash freeze, and now this imagined possibilities that we kept this entire game. Now's the moment to go for it. Now it absolutely is the moment to go for it, because not only are we going to be able to generate 2 more frozen thralls or frostguard thralls, we're also going to be able to get Lissandra with the Watcher at 0 mana.
None escape.
You can't single combat. Ooh, yeah. And now we just gotta worry about a judgment, right? Judgment could be a thing. So, actually, yeah, we play Lissandra now. Nah, especially now we draw another Lissandra. I am Iceborn! Beautiful, 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 beautiful. We get the Watcher at 0. We got Entomb as well. Again, we're playing against.
We were forged in dragon.
We're playing against Judgment.
I thought there was more time.
I thought there was more time. Like I don't understand that voice interaction. She says it as if this were a bad thing. Oh, I guess this thing just gets out of hand, right? Can somebody explain to me like the lore behind this guy? All right, there's the hush.
The cold creeps in.
We're coming.
Guard the walls.
You're gonna need a little bit more guarding than that, buddy. Have to block with that. I would assume a concerted strike here actually allows them to survive on 1 health, but then Lissandra would finish them off regardless.
This fall impedes all our plans.
You can't quite so comment to one of these.
Don't let them through.
No,
Guard the walls.
that doesn't do it, buddy. You need to block this guy. Overwhelming, baby!
All is still for now.
That's like my least favorite horror quotes. Well, this is a matchup I wasn't really looking forward to, especially when piloted by a pretty good player. We're gonna keep, we're gonna drop Flash Freeze. I want to keep Dracula and Inquisitor, and I think Soothsayer is also expendable here. We gotta try to turbo them.
The desert by my side. Always forward.
And see if their full mulligan worked against them.
Hey, Krabby.
That's my resting face.
Alright, we got the avalanche in case they try to go a little bit wide. Can't really play it really here.
And blood.
I will bury the world in ice. The cold creeps in.
Keep your distance.
Shurima never fell. It only awaited my return.
Foolish child.
In Shurima's name.
Everything's better with company.
Says you.
They'll never see us coming. Hey, Krabby.
That's my resting face.
I'll take it.
The Frost Guard.
Rule the Fronyard! This is actually a matchup that I wanted. Because if we draw properly, we can outpace them. I'm gonna mulligan away these two. I'm gonna do a full mulligan actually, just because I really want to find Frozen Thralls. Promising Future also works, because they don't really have any interaction with landmarks. So we gotta go full greedy here. We find Lissandra. Like we in this matchup, you really need a Frozen Thrall by turn 3.
I will bury the world
World
in
in
ice.
ice.
Plans within plans.
Maybe they found the Trundle. Okay, so next turn they'll have this, so that means we'll drop you down, and then we can play you. But then that means they could potentially just ruinate us. Okay, so let's think about this, because ruination hits us really hard if we don't do this correctly. So I do want to play you.
The ice is melting.
Okay, so next turn it'll be 5 mana, then 6 mana. Maybe I can play you a turn after.
The cold creeps in.
Still not gonna play Trundle.
King of trolls coming through!
King of nothing without my aid. Come, my warrior. Show me your worth.
I live and die for you alone, my lady.
The moment they go under vengeance range,
This
we
falling
are in
impedes
business.
all our plans.
The moment they go under vengeance range, we are in business. Could have a ruination. That's it. That's it.
Ages pass, but
I am eternal.
succumb. Embrace the cold.
We're going in. Before they can ruinate us.
They look angry. You got a problem?
Interesting. Maybe he has an avalanche. I'm not gonna give him an avalanche. I could have worked for a lethal here with Three Sisters into Fury of the North plus Blighted Ravine, but it's too expensive, and I don't feel like I need to commit to that. All right. Maybe I should have though. No, he had health gain anyways.
Come on in.
I can play the Clock Hand next turn, which allows me to set up a Frozen Thrall here. I could have gone for the Ice Shard first and then healed my... Because I healed the... I weakened these a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal. So, I mean, these represent win conditions though, so... Because...
Ages pass, yet I remain. You will do as I command.
Nope. Not letting you get away with that nonsense. We're gonna go for the Entomb so he can level up Lissandra this turn. So even if he does have Fetty Memories into Spectral Matron, he cannot deal with that bullshit there. I did leave myself wide open at that moment, but because they had to play this anyways, I can stop that at its tracks. So no threat of ruination now because he played Lissandra.
King of trolls coming through.
A lackwit with a stolen crown does not a king make.
Just thinking here, what can we...
Bow to your king.
Embrace the cold.
We're gonna play the clock hand. They go for Runation. And we finish him. Got him! Alright, nice. I'm so happy. Whenever I take down this deck, it feels good, man.